Morning, y'all. It is finally here. It is opening day of bow season in Georgia. I'm just getting my last few things ready to go. Forgot to put my broadheads on my arrows, so that's what I'm doing right now. It is already starting to break day, so I'm kind of running a little behind, but it's alright. I am going to a bottom where it's kind of dark a little bit longer, so it's no big deal for me. So I'm going to try to get these broadheads on here and get the rest of my gear ready to go, and then we'll be hitting the woods here shortly. I'm super excited, so stay tuned. Alright, morning. It's finally here, opening day of bow season in Georgia. I'm in a bottom where we set up this stand like 2 seasons ago, and I never hunted it last season. So this is the first actual sit of this stand. So I'm kind of excited. It's got a nice bottom, got an old clear cut up to my left, and then just the swamp kind of toward my right. So I'm pretty excited. There's a nice fresh deer track right beside the stand. So hopefully the deer will come through here, and hopefully it's a big buck. I was actually driving in and had a hog run across the road on the way in, so things are moving. Let's hope a buck is too. It's just after 10. That was my first deer in the morning. That was pretty awesome. Definitely wasn't a shooter, but it was awesome to see it. My first deer of the year. May pick another spot this afternoon. I'm going to get the card from over here. Then I'm going to go to another spot and check the stand and get its card and see what's out there. There's been a nice buck out there in the afternoon, so I may hunt there this afternoon. But we'll see. I'm going to give it a little bit longer since he's just starting to move. I'm going to give it a little bit longer and then pack up and head out. Well, just after when that deer left, maybe about 5 minutes later, I heard something behind me and I looked and there was a coyote coming and kind of going away, but winded me and then went back the way it came. I couldn't even get the camera on before he was gone. But with all that going on and the wind kind of just swirling, I'm going to go ahead and get out and head back to camp. I'm actually going to go to that one stand real quick and check it, get the card, and then go back to camp and check them out and see what the game plan is for this afternoon, plus get something to eat. So, all in all, it was a great opening morning. Just glad to be back in the woods, so stay tuned for more action, hopefully soon. Alright, this afternoon hunt. Opening day. Saw a little spike this morning at that bottom I was hunting, along with a coyote. Couldn't get the camera on the coyote as he winded me and took off back the other way. But headed to a different spot this afternoon. I call the new spot. Let's see if we can get lucky this afternoon with a buck. There's been some deer walking through here in the afternoon, so hopefully a buck will come today. So let's see what happens. Alright, hunting a new spot this afternoon. I actually call it the new spot. When they clear cut it, they made like a big opening here, so we made it into a food plot. So I decided to come here. We've seen some bucks come through here and some does, so I'm hoping I'll get lucky and have a buck come through here tonight. The sun's starting to get around this tree, so the sun's getting ready to be on me. But I'm just hoping I can get lucky tonight. Wind's pretty good, but it's keeping it cool at least. So we're just going to sit tight and see what happens. So I literally just had a fawn come running in here. I don't even know where it come from, but it's running around and then goes into the woods. Thing still had spots on it, so it was definitely really small. That was weird. I don't know if it like winded me or what, because the wind's kind of going from my left to right, which ain't the greatest, but it is what it is. That was weird.
Alright, well I'm going to give y'all a recap of when I was getting out of the stand, what happened. So, as I was packing up my stuff, I hear turkeys flying up to roost, and it would sound like quite a few. And so I finished packing up, get down, start walking up. About halfway up the road, I hear deer blow to my right, and I could see at least 3 running off. I'm like, okay, oh well, they were probably getting ready to head down to where I was hunting. And they actually chilled out and just started staring at me because I froze in the road, and they kind of started walking toward me a little bit, and then I could see 4. So there was at least 4 deer over there, and they were chilling out, starting to come toward me. Well, then while I was watching them, I had a deer to my left blow. It runs off because I guess it saw me or something, but it runs off pretty quick and blows while it's running. And so it's starting to get dark, so I'm like, okay, I got to start walking back up to the four-wheeler. So I start making my way slowly, and a couple steps in, those 4 run off. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, then I get to the top of the road, and I'm looking to my left, and I see a deer standing there in the silhouette of the sunset, which was really pretty. And I tried to get some of this on video on my Tacticam and on my phone. I don't know how well it's going to turn out because it was getting dark. But I looked to the right of that doe that was standing there, and I could see another deer walking. I'm like, oh, dang. Then, while I was watching those 2, I had another deer blow to my right down the road some. And my four-wheeler's not far from where this last deer was blowing from. I was like, holy cow. So I saw 8 deer in a matter of maybe 2 minutes, and I've been sitting in the stand all afternoon since like 4:15 and didn't see anything but a fawn and that coyote. But anyways, that's a good sign for tomorrow morning. I'm going to go back to that same stand and hopefully can get a big buck down. So stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Alright, morning y'all. Second day of Georgia bow season. I'm getting things ready and starting to break day. So I'm going to start, I'm going to eat something real quick, and then I'm going to start getting my stuff on, and I'm going to try to get to the stand a little early this morning because there was a picture of a deer like right at daylight. So I'm going to try to get in a little bit early. Hopefully I don't spook nothing this time, and see how it goes. Stay tuned, y'all. Well, opening weekend is in the books now. Didn't see anything this morning. Kept hearing those turkeys clucking and yelping, which is really cool, but they never come out onto the field. And it's almost like they're still roosted, which is kind of weird. But I'm going to start packing up and heading out and head home. I think we're supposed to be down here next weekend. I'll try again then. So, see y'all later.